Hey everyone, this is a wrap-up of my Saturday morning hunt over the weekend, the 11th of February. That was a hunt I did in the morning, and on the wrap-up today we're joined by my hunting hat there that I affectionately call Redneck Bob. I wear that every time I go out, and I wouldn't hunt without it. What I did on Saturday morning was I went out toward Cockeysville and got out, hiked up to the top of a ridge, walked to the east end of the ridge, and hiked all the way to the west end of the ridge. And I pretty much had to hunt in a line because it's pretty wide up there, so I just took what I got in terms of hits. And surprise, guess what I found? Lots of shotgun shells. So what I've done is I've grouped these pretty much according to decades, and the oldest two are over there on the left, and you can see that we have one Winchester number 12. That's probably 1884 to 1894, and then that UMC company Nitro, that's definitely an 1890s shell. And then zooming back out, you can see the 4 in the second column are all UMC company shotgun shells. They're either New Club or Nitro Club. Those would all be pretty much in the first decade, 1900, 1910. And then going into the teens, we'll zoom in again, and we have the US number 12 Climax, and into the 20s, going into the 30s, you've got these ones that are stamped Remington UMC with that backward G design. That would be after 1911, when Remington merged with UMC. And then finishing out, just there's one Winchester there, repeater. That would be after 1927 into the 30s. So lots of shotgun shells, and you know, you've dug these before, so the signals are all over the place. They could be from the 30s to the 40s to the 50s, even up to 60. Sometimes choppy, sometimes solid, and after a while you wonder, that's pretty much all that's up there in the woods. But that wasn't the case, because I was moving along and I was near the base of a tree, and all of a sudden I get a signal, multiple signals in the 80s, around 83, and you can see that these 4 quarters, they're all clad quarters, they were all they were spread in about a 1-foot diameter circle. So it could be that a hunter dropped them, maybe out of a tree stand, I don't know, but that was a real surprise to get 83s in the woods. And as I said, I went all the way to the west end of the ridge, so you can see right here we've got a button, a flat button. This was reading in the 20s, and turns out I really think it's a tomback, because I think you can see that shiny silvery appearance to it, and even though the shank looks iron, you can see the raised hump on the back. Definitely has characteristics of being a tomback button, so that could be quite old. I mean, that definitely is 1800s button there. So that's it, guys. That was the deal up on the ridge, and then I decided enough of that. We've given this a couple hours, so we'll just go ahead and head somewhere else. Well, listen, good sharing that with you today, and happy hunting to everybody that's out there with a detector. Bye now.